Do you think a commercial photographer that's not a mechanic can fix his own truck? If you saw my unboxing video for my very first Amazon package, we unboxed this little grommet right here that I ordered from Amazon and had delivered to an Amazon locker. I went out the other day to leave my office building. I put my truck in reverse and nothing happened. I have like an old 08 Nissan Xterra Off-Road Edition. I'm kind of proud of it. I've done some work to it. I put a lift on it and stuff, but nevertheless, it wouldn't go in. It went in, I put it in reverse, nothing happened. I put it in drive, nothing happened. Long story short, the linkage broke. The shift linkage. I thought it was the transmission at first, and I was so relieved to find out that it was just the linkage, because when I would engage the lever, the little thing on the dash never changed from park to drive to anything, to reverse. So I knew it was the linkage. I did a little research. It's a very common problem with Xterras. And so I ordered the part, and I'm not a mechanic, but I'm going to try to fix this myself. And if you've got a Nissan Frontier, an Xterra, second gen, they're notorious for this problem. So I'm going to try to teach you how to do it as I do it. So let's go get started. All right, for the record, this is supposed to be a pretty easy fix. It's supposed to be something that pretty much anybody can do. I watched a couple of YouTube videos. It doesn't look that complicated, so that's why I decided to try to delve into this instead of calling a mechanic. So we're gonna get started, and I'm gonna show you what we gotta do here. So the first thing you're gonna do on a second gen Xterra, or I don't know about the Frontier, I'm sure the Frontier is the same, but this cup holder has to come out, and then this piece up here has to come out. So to take these out, all you have to do is reach down with a little bit of elbow grease, and this will actually just pop out. So it just pops out and pops up. Same for this piece up here. So you just reach, it takes a little elbow grease, and like the first time I grabbed a hold of it, it felt like it wasn't gonna work, or they weren't gonna come up. But if you just give it a little, you have to give it a little, and it'll pop right up. And there it is. So now we're getting there. So the last thing that has to pop up is this. So there's little clips, little retainer clips. So it's just got to pop right up. I've already undone it to make it easier. And then there's you have to unplug something. I don't know where that's at. Let's see, oh, it's right here. Okay, there we go. Then you can turn that sideways, and now we're ready to get to the grommet. So this little retaining screw has got to come up, which we're going to pull up, but you can't see because it's on this side is where the grommet is. So we'll go around to the other side of the truck and I'll show you. All right, so you can now see the grommet, where the end of the shifter linkage. It's right here. And then there's a little, see that little nipple thing right there? That's a little metal nipple. So this goes on here like this. And what happens is there's a little rubber grommet bushing that goes into that, and they wear out over time, and once it pops off, it lets your shifter linkage come loose. So that's what the part is that we ordered from Amazon, was this little bushing, and it was like $5. With expedited shipping and everything, I paid like $17 for it. But we have to remove this little retainer clip right here now. We're going to remove this retainer clip right here, and then that should let us pull this whole linkage out so we can put the new grommet in it, the new bushing. Just a regular pair of pliers. I seen somebody else use channel locks, but I think a regular pair of pliers should work as well. It should just pull right up, I do believe. It's a little more stubborn than I thought it was going to be. Pry it up a little bit right here. Oh yeah, that'll work. Look at that. That's the way to do it right there. Perfect. And then this now should come straight up, and then you'll push it back. There it is. Okay. There we go. There it is. Pow chicka wow wow. Put this grease on it. It's not much grease, but it's supposed to go on there, so it's supposed to help it pop on a little easier. All right, just for the record, there is not a whole lot of grease. There's not a whole lot of grease in that little bag that came with this thing. But we're gonna use what we have in the bag. This is the side that's gonna go in. The one that's perforated. It's got the grooves. Let's see how easy this goes in here. If I can do this without knocking over the camera. Okay, so that's where this little tool comes in that they give you. There it is. Okay. Beautiful. There it is. All right. So now I can go back down through the middle, right here. We just have to line it up and get it back on that pin and get it to snap on. I dropped the camera, but it's on now. You can see it. Didn't want to focus in on that. There we go, but we got it on. So now we just have to get this linkage back in here, and then we'll be good. All right, I apologize. I actually missed the climatic part of putting this clip back in. Ended up being the hardest thing in this whole thing. And reason being is this thing there was too much tension in it, so I could not figure out. I even got a crescent, was trying to beat it down in there, it wouldn't go. So finally I was like, huh. So I turned on the truck and then I put it in gear, and as soon as I put it in gear, it released this and it just went right in. So make sure that you start your truck and put it in gear, and it'll release the tension on this, and you can just slide the clip on there. So now all we have to do is start putting all this back together. But I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit while I've got it all apart. I'm going to show you guys, give you an idea of just how dirty. Look at that. That's crazy. Look at that. That's disgusting. So while you have this out, clean it up. Okay, much better. Probably help if I put it in the right way, right? That's what she said. What? All right, here we go. Now remember, there's just little clips. These little clips on here. So no tools are required to pull these out. Remember that. Now there's a little rubber gasket. I don't know if you guys can see it around the shifter. You got to make sure that it's in the right place so it can clear. There we go. Okay. Just like that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And this one should go right in. Let's see. And there is a groove here. This is the back. This is the front. The front is flat. It looks like you could put it in either way, but you can't. It goes in a specific way. And there we are. Now, the real test is, can we start it up? And can we shift it into gear? And if we can, then it's a great success. All right. And reverse. Beautiful. And drive. Beautiful. All right. Wasn't too bad. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. We got it all fixed. We can shift into gear now. I've got another video that's going to be happening on this truck. That's going to be happening here. It's going to be coming up. So stay tuned.